Today's video is all drawn by Sin Kono, also known as Danny. If you would like to check out more of their art, please check in the description below. Just a quick disclaimer, I'm not making this video for you guys to feel sorry for me or to make it seem like I've had a bad childhood. I'm very lucky to have a loving and caring mother who I thankfully live with now. So, I do enjoy watching animatic or animation storytime videos, and I've always wanted to do some of my own, so please bear with me in trying to attempt to do so. To start off, I'll go to my earliest memory of school in my childhood that I can remember. Let me just explain the school system in England before we dive in. We have schools like primary and secondary. In primary, you're there from about ages 5 to 11, which instead of grades is year 1 to 6. In secondary school, from about ages 12 to 18, which is year 17 to 13. And another system that we have is first, middle, and high school, which is kind of outdated these days, from being ages 4 to 7, middle being 8 to 12, and high being 13 to 18. So I went to many primary schools, so some of these memories are kind of blurry, but we're going back to my middle school. I was in year 5, meaning I was about 8 years old. And for those who don't know, I have an identical twin sister, Becky. She is with me during most of these stories that will be coming up on my channel. Ironically, I'm the older sister by a whole 2 minutes, though I am shorter than her by 2 inches. During this time, my sister and I lived with our mum and our brother. Back to school. I didn't particularly have any close friends or people that I hung around with. I mainly remember doing well in my classes and was just a pleasant and quiet kid for the most part. Becky wasn't in any of my classes, so it wasn't like I could follow her around since she was usually on the very other side of the school. So one morning, Becky and I, being on our way to school, we both got cold through an empty classroom, pretty much just after we arrived at school, and we were sitting there not really being sure as to why we were there or why we got cold. Neither of us misbehaved or did anything worth noting. We sat with the teacher, and the teacher just kept making small talk like she was stalling for something or someone. And as I suspected, she was. An older lady walked into the room, giving my sister and I some kind of empathetic smile, explaining to both of us that we were going into foster care and that we were not going to be living with our mother anymore. Since we were so young, we didn't know what to think or how to react. We just allowed her to take us out of the school and off to social services. I don't think I'll forget that night where we sat in a strange office, confused and not really understanding anything that was going on around us. It felt like we were in that building forever. And finally, they found us a foster home to live in. And that kind of concludes the short story of the worst day of my life. I think I'll leave the rest of the story for another video. So if you'd like the story to continue, because I want to see if people actually want to hear it or not, that reassurance just kind of helps. Please leave a like, and when we reach 1,000, I will be commissioning another artist to continue this story with me. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.